Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new play-by-play video. Today we're going to be playing some Raijin solo. This is the day before the patch, so no warrior today just because I'm going to be playing a bunch of them with the new items starting tomorrow. So I'm really excited for that. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. The video tomorrow might come out a little bit late because of server maintenance and stuff. I'm not exactly sure when I'll be able to actually hop on. So if I am a little late tomorrow, I apologize for that, but yeah, stay tuned. We'll probably do a King Arthur game tomorrow, maybe something else, not too sure yet. Actually, tomorrow is Troll Tuesdays, never mind. So we're going to do something fun tomorrow in the casuals with the new items though, of course. And yeah, stay tuned for that. Wednesday we'll go back to our normal warrior ranked commentary stuff. But we're playing Raijin. It looks like we're against a bear in this game, potentially a Cerberus. Should be fairly exciting. Pretty low pressure pick in the early game. Raijin really kind of takes off um, once he gets an item or two, and then his lanes are pretty powerful. Definitely not so much, though, to start the match. We're still unsure of what we're against just yet, but we'll find out in just a second. Our clear in this camp is a little bit undesirable. So yeah, it looks like the duo lane is still 2, or 1. Now they hit 2. So yeah, we're against the Baron for sure, because he just hit 2 last. So this lane's going to be, again, I think, like, pretty uneventful for now. What we really want to do is just utilize our range, like, right there, and kind of avoid getting hit by his combo. So that's going to be a standard, throughout any matchup. Anytime you're against the Baron Samedi, or just really against any character, but especially when he's got this health swing, it can slow us with this 3 and stuff. If we can continuously avoid abilities and just utilize our range, it's going to be a very farming-centric lane to start with, but then eventually I think we'll have the upper hand. So just important to be patient on that, and we should be golden. Got Wave Pro here. Actually dash in, do a little bit of damage. Perfect, yeah. So prioing that clear, looking for the fight after we got that level 3 take over first, because again, we avoided abilities he threw at us and not the wave. And when you're throwing abilities at a player and not the wave, you have to understand that usually that's not going to go too hot if you miss. So it's just kind of like an instant pressure loss for him. And we also have this, ability obviously to kind of hit him and the wave, and maybe not do too much damage, but at least do enough to be impactful. I'm going to pop beats here. No kill here, but a lot of damage. And we are actually going to get ganked, and I think we're dead. Oh, we're alive, we're alive. I was going to say, I think we actually are dead, but we're not. So that's good. Yeah, I didn't realize he was, like, right there. Now, we live, so it's no big deal, but that was almost very scary. We got the wave prio here. He's going to have to reset, obviously come back. We do get one of the neutrals. Don't really want to pull the other camp with Fenrir potentially being around. He should be going to his backs right now, so if we see his back camp change colors, I can potentially push up, but for the time being, we will play it safe. Back camps change colors, meaning that Fenrir did just clear those. Now we just kind of have to see, is he going to go to left mids? Is he going to go to mid? And yeah, we just have to be mindful of that. Kind of just playing safe, because again, he cleared it like really slow, so wasn't really messing with it. Realistically, he's left side jungler right now, or he's on left mids. He very well may just be on left mids, and we probably just have to give up this camp, which is a little unlucky, but it was just one of those things right there where it's like, look, if I push up and he ends up showing up left, we're screwed. You know what I mean? So it was worth the decision we made. We lose a bit of farm out on it, but we stay alive, which that is always the goal. Talked about last video, in the Tiamat video, how important it is to stay alive on these mages especially, and we're trying to exemplify that. Just in general, it's important to stay alive, but especially on these mages. And our buddy's probably dead. He did get the blue buff though, so that's at the very least quite good. Baron did get the assist, sadly, and I couldn't really help too much in that spot. More likely than not, I have to hold my ult here, but more likely than not, my blue's going to get invaded. I could walk over to it, because I think the guy was kind of low. Yeah, unfortunately, our blue was cleared. We get a taunt here and just do some more damage, but that'll be that for now. This is unfortunate. I really do want to kind of, like, fight. With this guy around, not going to happen. So that's alright. Keep looking for these little, like, cheap shot pokes and stuff like that. There's a couple of people at left mid's area right now. Doesn't mean they'll come to us per se, but it's at least possible. Because he spaced kind of poorly, we are able to get that. Now, did he go teleport? He did, but he already has back, so I don't have to worry about that actually right now. We have enough for our first item, which is going to be this Bancrofts. So we'll just clear this wave and kind of head over to it. Or head over to base, excuse me. So yeah, I'm expecting to be a little bit behind, especially considering he has teleport. You know, if he didn't have TP, then, you know, our backs are a little, like, less, or have a little bit more parity. But we're forced to back in certain spots where he can just stay, and when he does back, he can back a lot more efficiently. So again, we'll make us lose some neutrals, but I'm hoping that because we've got a full item here, he's only got a tier 2, we have like a decent opportunity to kind of take the fight on him. Also interesting to note, it looks like he's rushing a Soul Gem or a Pythags as opposed to a Bancroft, so even when he gets that first item, from a pure power perspective, we should still be winning. Meaning that we should try to look for a fight, like right now, if we can get a kill. Now, he might just back, which is, you know, a little bit unlucky, but we can get this neutral here and look for a fight soon. That's kind of the point. We're a little bit behind, obviously, but I think once we get this camp, we will be 7. I don't really want to ever look to invade as a Raijin, especially against a Fenrir, so I'm not going to even bother. We'll just sit here, hold a little bit. You lost 1 minion, maybe can lose 2 or 3, and then we'll head over to our blue when it spawns. There's just nothing else for us to do right now. I think this is down. I'll just get the timer, yeah. So yeah, we've kind of like recovered a little bit of our loss. So we're making lose 4 minions, assuming we get our blue. We're very, very happy with that. He did go Soul Gem. So we are stronger, but not like 24/7. It's the same amount of power, but I say, like, you know, with our combat, increased healing and stuff, I would say we're stronger generally speaking, and we do have more poke in the sense that we have slightly more range, but his poke's obviously a lot stronger than ours, so assuming we can just not get hit, we should, like, destroy him. I think pretty easily. Next item here is generally a breastplate. We are against a Baron, though, so we don't necessarily have to go that yet. What I'll probably go is and that was a little bit scary, is I'll probably go to Stone of Binding here. And then we'll go to Breastplate a little bit later, but Stone of Binding is a way to just get some physical and magical prots. I don't want to get baited too hard here, because we almost certainly are, but he did give it to us. Just backstep that, dash here, and now we just ult and we're okay. Yeah, a little bit scary, but, you know, probably not the smartest play to actually contest that, but we did it for the content and it worked out okay. Alright, we're going to reset here. Have our dash ready in case Fenrir goes for us, but it looks like we're okay. And yeah, going Binding is probably the best bet here. The idea is physical magical prots. You'd go Binding anyway, so the build, generally speaking, would be like Bancrofts. You could also go Soul Gem first item instead if you wanted to. But it would be like Soul Gem or Bancrofts into Breastplate, and then you'd go like Typhon's Binding, and then Gem of Ice, so you could go Mantle, you could go Spirit Robe, something like that. I'm going to go Bancrofts here. I'll go Binding, and then I think I'll go Typhons. I might even go a Soul Gem last. We'll see how much anti-heal they build, if they build any. So far, they have none, which it's very early in the game, but these times we'll see anti-heal even as early as that, so we might go triple lifesteal. And we're obviously going Sack Shroud. You could go Blood Soak, though, if you really wanted to. So just super healing with a little bit of tankiness, and it feels really, really powerful. Damage is quite good. Remember, I have no ultimate. He doesn't either right now, but dashing in is a very, very sketchy idea. He's going to be on his blue right now. Again, when we don't have vision on the map, we can kind of use the back camp color changing to give us some indication of where this Fen is, because he'll be the one clearing it. So if we do see that back camp color change, we do know that he's around here. But he could also just walk to us and not clear it. But if you can pay attention to that changing, it is valuable. So just something important to know. I can actually look for a little bit of a play here if I really wanted to. My Loki's close enough that I'm not super threatened. Make sure we backstep his 2. Oh, that was a little scary, but good job. So yeah, we backstep his 2 in our ultimate, so we can't heal, and after that, it's a pretty simple pick. I think we would have killed him on our own, but I mean, Loki coming over is not bad at all. I was comfortable with making that play because I said, okay, I'll be able to get a health advantage. And what I mean by health advantage is just I'll be healthier than he is. And my Loki's coming, so even if their Fenrir shows up, I feel pretty comfortable with that 2v2 when we're up in health. I think his blue is probably not up, but maybe his backstar. They've been that color for a very, very long time. So it's worth checking, and they are indeed up. Again, when you steal these masks, they are simply just not getting it on their team. So it is really, really strong if you can. Now, they might get the next one, but this one is all secured, so they just don't have a blue mask now for their next rotation of buffs. And if you can continuously steal them, it absolutely kills teams. He's going straight into magical defense like a committed option. Not a bad idea. The reason why I wanted to go binding instead of, say, a Genji's or something like that is mainly because I look at their comp and say Neith could be ulting me pretty frequently. Definitely expect his Fenrir to be showing up, and that's really threatening to me. I want to have some kind of physical defense, but if I rush a breastplate, I'll probably regret doing that just because this Baron can still kind of destroy me. So he didn't make a bad decision, but I think mine's just a bit more tailored towards their jungler, and his isn't to mine. And that's totally fine. This looks like super we're getting ganked positioning, so I'll play a bit safe. We hover this left side, and that kind of just makes the Fenrir need more work to get to us, so as long as we do that, I'm not actually threatened at all. Like when we got ganked earlier and I kind of was able to backstep and stuff and wait for my dash, same idea. If we increase the amount of distance the Fenrir needs to gank us, it'll probably be better for us. Like most likely. Again, not always, but most likely. So like even in this spot, we see Fenrir on right now, so we're all good, but just kind of being further away and making him have to travel further if he does want to show up is pretty important. I'm expecting him to just walk up for this, so what I can probably do... That's a bit unlucky, we missed the 2. Make sure I don't get actually pulled by this. But his ult's down, again, no physical defense on him, and if Loki's showing up, he is just dead. We're always allowed to play that, and I had no idea Loki was coming, but we're always allowed to play that fight somewhat aggressively because we saw Fenrir on right. So that was kind of our green light. We get vision on where their jungler is, and he needs to run to me. Got you, buddy. Oh, he's so dead. Okay, that's Neith ult down. No worries. But we're kind of using that as our green light, so I'm never dashing in or doing anything super crazy until I know exactly where their Fen is. And once we see that, we're good to go. And I didn't know exactly where he was, but just he wasn't on our side of the map. And then we were good to go. This was a dodgy call by me, but it works out. We're fine, yeah. Alright, cool. Defended our blue as well. Ooh, this is huge. Okay, we're going to go binding here. Go into Typhons here. Get a mana pot as well. Get an Aegis as well. And we are all set. We don't need to back. That's awesome. I'll probably go right back to that camp and get another mana potion. But we'll do totem first. And I have no ult right now. So be a tiny bit careful. They did just do Bull Demon. Okay, looks like we're all set. Yeah, really, really big chest camp there. It does kind of expand our lead a little bit. Yeah, I think I can go Soul Gem pretty comfortably. Again, you can kind of go like you could just go Soul Gem to start the game, but you don't need to. So, yeah, we'll see. I could also just go like an Ethereal Staff last. I think Ethereal Staff is way better next patch. It's already not bad, but it's insane next patch, so that's definitely an option. Going Gem of ISO for anti-shielding if they have shields is great. Going it still now for just the slow amount is pretty strong. All kind of good choices. We'll continue to kind of play safe and just wait around. These lanes can kind of freeze out and be a little bit boring, but I'd like to think it's methodical and not too boring. Got a comfortable little lead here. This is definitely more of a farming rank game, though, than more often, which I do actually like. I do like games that are a little slower paced. It means there's a lot more strategy to it. I'm going to hover mid here. We just saw that back camp change colors, so Fenner is on this side. If I can hover mid, maybe get something on this Giannis. He might just be out. He's out. Could be a potentially good play. Missed our 2, sadly. But Fenner doesn't go in, so no harm, I guess. We'll go back left, and again, I really didn't want to invade a blue without help there. In this kind of a matchup. Would not have been a good time. Get this wave push. Silver is still up. We've been farming well, and we've been farming safe. That's really the most important thing. You see him here. He's teleporting over, but I'm still going to wait for him to actually do it. He's done it. Now we can look for a fight, because we see the Fen on the other side of the map. We got owned there. That's the scary part. You have to hit your 2, and you have to not get rooted. So we got both, and yeah, we got smoked. Probably have to ult here. It's no biggie. Wow, that actually got me. Okay, I mean, that's our beads. We're fine. I'm surprised that ult hit us in time. I just ult here so I can clear this quickly. Did not want to lose it. Alright, we're going to reset here. That was the honest ult near us. Wow. Shoot. Okay, well, we lived. All good. We'll go into a defense item here. Again, that breastplate is our choice. That'll get us more cooldown, which we really, really need for ability casting, all of that stuff. And once we have that, should be pretty strong. But it goes to show, this matchup is all about keeping our range. And we have a little bit more range. When we're able to utilize that, we do quite well. And when we don't, it goes really poorly. So beads force, ult force, have to be mindful for a jungle gank in the near future. Neath ult also can just kind of facilitate a lot in a spot like this. So just have to be mindful of him backing. Gives me a little bit of comfort. I'm going to path safe to this Pyromancer. We don't have our team anywhere near it, so it's possible they just go to it. And if they are on it, we throw out our kit, and it should be enough to dissuade them. They're not, though. Head back left, and again, we are playing about as safe as we can for the next 33 seconds, and ideally 60 seconds. Looks like we're good for now. Pathing safe again. You never know how deep of a rotation they can make, or they are willing to make. Because it really isn't bad for Cerberus, for example, there when he's posturing left for a little bit, to wrap around and just divert tier 1 tower. Like, it seriously would be fine. So, just not going to give it. Now that we have our ults up, I feel a lot better to walk in. We also have Bancroft's anti-fins, where he's only got Soul Gem and Magical Defense. So from a fight perspective, we are much, much stronger than he is. And you're going to see that right away. Tank the ultimate there so he doesn't have mitigations anymore. And that breastplate that he has gives him cooldowns, which is really nice. But in terms of actually fighting, not going to give him too much. I think we got his beads right there. We'll back up. Again, I don't know where Fen is. Fen's in mid. I could have taken the chase, but I had no info on that. And not willing to risk a death for it. We get left prio here, and now we can rotate mid. Baron's too low to make an impactful rotation right now. So just in playing safe, kind of playing reserved, he ends up showing back on left. I guess he did his blue buff and came over. Now we have beacon priority, though, and hopefully we can do something here. I don't have ult, but I do have beads. We can look for this Giannis, potentially. Serb's an okay target. Oh, wow, that was a wonderful two. Can dash in a little. Yeah, there's not too much here, sadly. The fight was kind of lost before I got there. That's alright. It was worth a shot. I mean, I think we made a good attempt. My 2 was dreadful there, though. I definitely should have just held it. They might go to Pyromancer here. We'll see. I'm going to just run left, though. Go get our blue. He's going into Typhons now, which is pretty expected. This is effectively a variation of the old Mage solo builds at the end of Season 10, which were super broken. They're definitely still okay. Not OP anymore, but they're playable, so if you do like these kinds of builds, especially with Vamp Shard getting a bit more power next patch, they should still at least be playable if you really do want to play them. Silver's up right now. I can just dash on him, maybe. Let's see. He doesn't have ult, does he? So, oh, that's too bad. His ult's probably up, because he's got cooldown. It's definitely up. That's fine, though. It's worth a shot. Fenner is on right. He could TP over, but we've got some time. That was a really good 2 right there. That was very smart. We are winning this trade, though, and Loki's also coming over. So I'm going to pull this camp to kind of leash him forward. Get a 2 off on him. Get the 1-3. Tank the ultimate. He is just dead. Nice job. We saved our ult as well. Good, good stuff. Could head over to Gold Fury, but we do have potions healing us and a teleporter. Looks like they're just going mid. We'll get these bastions and try to finish out this tower. This was also the same guy I laned against when I was playing Sobek in my video a few days ago, so it's always fun to see. Fen now definitely could be showing up. I wonder if I can actually like win a 1v1 into him. I want to say I definitely can. So let's be a little bit patient. Just kind of look around. He might have just reset. I mean, it's definitely possible, or we just didn't find each other. We got the tower on left, so happy stuff for us. We'll go get breastplate here and get the glyph as well. And now we're just saving up for our starter item. Yeah, this is a very slow game overall. Like 9 to 11 at 20 minutes in ranked is pretty shocking. And we really haven't been a part of it in the solo lane at all. But again, I really don't mind. I'm kind of actually happy with it. It means this game's going to be pretty intense, I think. Gold's coming up. That's our main spot to be. It already is up, but gold, in terms of our team coming up to it, is getting a little bit more, it's getting a little bit more likely. So I do want to show up. This is actually a great spot for me to just rotate. I can push the wave first. We do win these 1v1s really hard because we do have this pen and whatnot. I'm actually just going to take it right now. Trade ults. Oh no, he's here. Oh, I may have made the in. We are super dead. Okay, that's too bad. I really thought he was on the right side. That is too bad. Well, hey, that'll do it. The whole time I was saying, you got to make sure you see the Fen. I thought I saw him on the right. He was definitely not on the right, and we get cooked for it. We did get Neath ult. We got 3 ults there, so at least that's okay. But yeah, definitely should have just placed our wards and kind of kept it moving, at least for the beginning. It is what it is, though. Oh, this looks huge. Oh my gosh. Dude, Eric's the GOAT. Holy. Nice. Okay, well, we inted, but team owns, so that's good. We'll head over left here and just kind of play to farm a little bit. Seems like the guys want to go to Fire Giant. This is a good call. My main goal here is I don't have great burst, and I don't have good secure at all. So I literally am just going to look for the Fenrir and dash on him. I know I don't have beads, but I do have ult. If I die, it's going to be because other people show up. This Fenrir can't solo me. And I should get help at that point, but at the very least, fire's free. So that is the play. That is the plan. We don't have to dash in the moment we see him, but, we get our 2 off. We try to hit a bit of our 1, but we can dash on him if that doesn't work. We get some words kind of in controlling spots. Seems like we want to go for a pick first, which is okay. Dash in here. Look for a slow on the Serb. He's slowed now. I'm going to taunt him. Team is not super close to me, which is a bit of a shame. This guy kind of got owned. This is Mantle down. Does end up falling. Alright, it worked out. Yannis too. We're still very healthy. This doesn't feel bad at all. I'm going to make sure he gets some help here. And dash on them, slow them all again. And I'll get pulled here, but it shouldn't matter too much. Giannis is behind. Yeah, that went worse than I thought it should have, honestly. Because that looked really, really good. I'm very surprised that didn't go, like, amazing. And it still could. Looks like this guy's kind of owning him. Yeah, I don't know what Neath was doing there, but nice. Okay, it worked out. It just started off really bad. Oh, good job. I'm going to come over here, and we should be able to get the full clean wipe. On cooldowns, so he might be out. It's alright. So yeah, now's our choice. Do we want to go Sack Shroud or Blood Soaked? Sack Shroud's really great on this character for the damage uptick, so I'm going to do that. We'll go this as well. And for our final item, now's our choice to make. They have no anti-heal, so going a Soul Gem would not be bad. Going a Gem of Iso would not be bad. Going Spear of the Magus for increased damage would be okay. We could go Spear of Deso for a little bit of flat pen. They're all kind of viable, so you just sort of pick and choose. Even going a Mantle here is fine, or Spirit Robe. It's completely up to you. I'm not sure what I'll build just yet, so I won't say anything. To Hootie's also fine. And even Soul Reaver, Ethereal Staff. All of that is good. I really am a Gem of Iso fan, especially with how a lot of what I'm doing is just kind of getting the slow, and that's kind of set up for the rest of the fight. So I am a fan of going Gem, and that's probably what I'm leaning towards right now. But it's kind of hard to argue against going Soul Gem when they have 0 anti-heal, which is definitely a mistake. They should be building anti-heal. You always build anti-heal into a Raijin solo, but you absolutely do into a Sylve as well, so it was just kind of silly by them. This guy's in a bad spot. Doesn't matter too much, but we know we're fine. Poking him out is definitely more valuable than them poking us because we have healing. I do want to look for a dash. This might not be the time to do it, though. Okay. This Giannis, by the way, destroys me. He's got a lot of power and pen and stuff with his passive and all that, so I have to be a little careful for him. I do want to make sure they're not pushing, though, at the same time. I was a little bit too much of a coward there. Should have looked for that. The problem is the Giannis is kind of pulling us back, and we're pushed up, so they're going to look for a pick. That was a bit of a new play by me, but at least our guys are out. We're going to dash in here. This looks good. Oh, these ults. Okay, works out. Oh, man. These ults, bro. Okay, now we should be able to finally do this. Again, this game has been... It's 17 to 14, but it's been a slower type of game, which I think is cool. I'm also seeing again way too many times, so I'm going to consciously not do it for the rest of this match, I hope. We have no secure. Hopefully we just get it. Nice job. And I think I'm best equipped on these sieges to actually look for this Giannis. I can never kill him. Well, I can kill him, but I probably won't. If I get hit by his combo, I'm screwed. So it's going to be doing something sort of similar to what we did in the laning phase, where we try to just outrange the Giannis this time instead of the Baron. If we can get our slow on him and get one tick of our one, force him down to 70-65% health, we're just in a very advantageous spot. We can do the same thing for Fenrir as well. It's just whoever I can hit easier. The most important thing is that we're hitting people. So if it comes down to just being the Serb only, that's fine too. But ideally, we're hitting the Fenrir or the Giannis. I think those are our biggest flank threats. And if we can cut off that flank threat, they really don't have much. I guess Serb has anti-heal and just being Cerberus, but that's not enough in a game like this. It's definitely just not enough. Dash on him here. As you see, we do a lot of damage. I'm gonna ult his jump. He has made a mistake. Yeah, our ultimate, I think people really underestimate how long you can actually stay in your ult there, because we were under no threat and we had beads after. It was definitely not a good play by him. I think he just didn't expect us to immune it. I stole that kill so hard, but no worries with me. Right tier 2 is getting pushed a bit. This guy blinks. Good job by him. Alright, this fight's a little scary because the Giannis on the backside. I mean, we own these guys in the front, so I can just look for them first. Oh, I missed my 2. That is not good. I'm gonna have to beats here probably. I'll Aegis first. This damage wasn't actually that much. That was what we had to Aegis. Do get that off though. Waiting on my 2, and then I can turn around and look for something. Oh, that's so sad. No, we're so doomed. Too bad. Yeah, my Aegis was terrible. This Neath, like, I don't ever have to Aegis her. She doesn't hit anything. No way. That sucks. It's all good. We got Gem. And as I mentioned, this guy's poke is going to be crazy, crazy good. I really don't know how we lost that fight, though, because that looked great. I don't know. I guess Giannis just got, like, a fat ult in the back. Must have been. But yeah, we had to hold our Aegis for a Giannis combo. That was really silly by me. At least we did kill the Neath, so they don't really get anything. They'll get a Gold Fury and a Beacon here, but Definitely don't want to get wiped with fire. So we'll take our next fight, hopefully a little bit smarter and safer. Get a 500 pot here as well. And I think this fight, the adjustment we're going to make, you kind of noticed that last firefight, we sort of chased the Honest a little bit. That's not really our job. If we can get a combo, it's great, but I chased him too much. It's way better for my Loki to be doing that, which he kind of was. I just wasn't really trusting in him. So if I find the Giannis in an angle where I probably can hit him, I just need to dash forward and throw my 2 out. If I think it's safe to do so, which it was in that spot. Or just ignore him and trust my Loki to do it. So either one's fine. I can't hesitate, pull back, follow the Honest, get nothing out, and then our Sylve gets engaged on in the front. It didn't actually like lose us the fight or anything at the time, but that premise is just really scuffed, and it should have. So I really don't want to do that. We got Serb's Blink there for free, which is huge. I have to be really mindful for him, looking for some ults on our Sylve. That guy can get absolutely chopped up. So we'll go get the Select Wave here. They don't have crazy good burn on fire. Giannis isn't really a fire burn mage, and Neath definitely is not a fire burn ADC. Neither do they have amazing secure. I mean, Giannis' secure, I guess, is pretty good, but I don't think they'll get it down to that point, so not a lot to worry about. It's a terrible 2 by me. We just got absolutely hammered. Get some taunts off, though. We've got a chance here. Aegis that. It worked out pretty well. We got slammed by that fire, but the amount of healing we have with the shields and stuff is enough. We can't get killed by Giannis 2 at this health bar, so I'm okay to play pretty aggressive right now. I think we should go mid here and look for an end. That worked out pretty great. The engage was super telegraphed. The Giannis ult maybe wasn't, but the engage by the Serb was super telegraphed, so those fights can never really work that well. You got to kind of have like something a little less obvious, and a lot of that was him not having blink. Too bad. Because not having blink is gonna kill you a lot of the time. Dash here. Just pop our beads there for cooldowns, and yeah, I mean that was like, I don't know if uneventful is the right word. So we went 7-2 and 7. I think we did pretty good damage overall. But it felt a lot less flashy than a normal rank game. Like that felt closer to a comp game than a rank game, which I'm happy with. I mean, I think that's cool. I'm just surprised. Awesome, nice job. I mean, yeah, it was pretty smooth sailing. Really, really important that you just have to cover for those Fenrir ganks. That was the biggest adjustment we made for the most part, and the one time we slipped up, it was instant death. So you try to use clues on the map, whether it's teammate wards. Warding yourself is obviously good, but the reason why I didn't really emphasize that is, yeah, I could have placed some wards at certain spots, and that definitely would have helped me a little bit. But if I dash in at a bad time, and I have wards on those junctions and solo side, it doesn't actually matter, because then I'll just see the Fenrir and then I'm dead anyways, right? So I would need to have my dash held, see the Fenrir on that junction, and then dash out. And it's really not a huge difference at that point. Now, the counters, I get deeper wards in their top jungle, but I can't do that easily, because if I go up there more often than not, excuse me, I'll just die. So it's a bit of a tough decision. This is kind of one of those things that's more unique to playing one of these backline picks in solo, because they don't have that spacing to stretch out and go get deep wards and whatnot. But yeah, so we retain our GM status. We're doing great there. It was a fun match. Super excited for Troll Tuesdays tomorrow, and obviously the normal stream and videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll take a quick look at the damage stats. Did quite well. Eric owned. Peace out, though, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you around soon. Bye.